Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sports Bender Podcast. You're here with your boy Big Rock. We got a lot to break down today, baby. Let me introduce the man to the right. You guys already know who it is.
Good fella, Uno, man. Nice to be back with y'all today, man. Let's get to it.
We got some things to break down today, man.
Fuck the Knicks.
The NBA Finals are here, man. How do you think this series went for the Knicks, brother? And
I blame coaching. I blame coaching. Honestly, he ran his players to the ground. You could tell once it got to the end, they were all banged up, tired, fatigued. They just couldn't. They didn't have much more to give. So
yeah, that's true, and that's really been a talking point. A lot of people are talking about, and also because it's true, because you've seen the last two appearances they had in the NBA playoffs. Last year when they lost, they were injured, but the players that were on the court, they looked fatigued and tired. Exactly, and, they looked like they needed a break, but they couldn't get a break because Tibbs is just that guy. He keeps his starters.
Stubborn, bro.
He's very stubborn when it comes to rotation, and he lives and dies by that, and he's been dying by it ever since because he ain't won nothing yet. But
that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know. I don't know if he'll even be back next year. Honestly, they're talking about
hot take. You think it's like that? You think he might not even coach again for them?
Bro, it's not working. It's not working. And this new NBA, the new NBA is way too fast, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta play at least eight players, 7 to 8 players. You gotta have at least a rotation around
exactly.
there.
And to me, it's like it's. You've been doing this your whole career, right? And it hasn't worked in. You've had some great teams. You had Derrick Rose with the Bulls, bro.
Now, mind you, hold on. LeBron was in the East. Let's just be
No. I get all that. I get all that. But
now there's no LeBron now.
Yeah, so now there's no LeBron. And you see what is still happening. And it's just a proven formula that doesn't work.
At all.
It does not work. And you're not going to get the most out of your players that way. You're going to pretty much... look at all the games leading up to the Eastern Conference Finals. It was them playing like there wasn't a lot of blowout games. It was a lot of close games.
Fighting to the end.
They were fighting to the end most games.
Detroit, I'm telling you, that first round with Detroit took a lot out of them.
Yep.
That young team, all that energy, and it was a fight. That was a real dog fight. Then they went 7.
6, right? I think.
It might have.
I don't think it went 7. I think it ended in Detroit, actually, so I think it was 6. But we could fact check that.
See, I just know it went a lot more games than everybody thought.
Yeah, so they went 6 games, and they won the last game by 3.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that when Jalen Brunson shook Buddy out. She was one of the twins. I don't remember. I don't know if it was Amen or the other one, but
one of them.
Yeah, one of them got crossed the hell up on live TV. I was at the Hard Rock watching that, and I was like, "Oh my god, bro!"
They've been fighting, bro. Man. It's I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. I need Cat to play more like a big man.
Yeah,
I don't mind him being so versatile. It's a plus.
Yep.
But also, bro, you got Miles Turner on you. Miles Turner feet do not work.
Nah, exactly, bro.
Lateral slot, they don't work
and
like that.
Cat is really the reason they were able to stay in the series, but losing those first 2 games is really what decided the series ultimately. Huge. And they couldn't bounce back from that because they was able to get game 3, but game 4 ultimately slipped out of their hands. And, they just fought hard until the end, but unfortunately, they're going to. Also, 1, 2, 3, Cancun.
Yeah, they're going. They probably booked the flight. I wouldn't be shocked. You see the vacation pictures with Jordan and Cat. But also, let me do this too. Props to the Pacers.
Yeah,
honestly,
big props to the Pacers.
Seeing them come together at this time right now. We saw it last year, and everybody was like, "Okay, this is probably a lucky run."
Yeah,
and then they do it again, and now they get over the hump and go to the finals for real. So yeah, I like that's a solid team over there.
No, yeah, they definitely have a good team. I can say I'm one of the people that slept on them this whole entire run.
Me too.
And Halliburton has showed that he's definitely not the most overrated player in the league. And speaking of Halliburton, obviously we know these guys advanced to the NBA Finals, but at the end of the game, we also have the awards for the Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
Like this one.
And it was not Tyrese Halliburton that won the Eastern MVP. It was actually Pascal Siakam. What do you think about this, brother? This one was kind of, because when I seen it, I didn't watch the end of the game, but when I saw it, I was like, what?
So if everybody go look at the stats.
Yeah.
Pascal was.
Yeah.
So they're not wrong. I'm gonna be 110%. They're not wrong. They're not.
I didn't realize how close it actually was until I went back and looked at the stats.
Go look at that.
But I was still shocked because to me, I would say I'm still giving it to Halliburton because he had the more impactful moments in the series. I feel like because every game. Though? Yeah, look at when he sent it to overtime for them to
if they wouldn't have
win the game.
Who got them to that position? It wasn't him. Naismith hit all those threes.
I hear that, but it's a team game at the end of the day.
But you look at Pascal's stats, he almost averaged, I think it was definitely more than 25. He had 3 30-point games. Solid. He had didn't he have a 39-point game?
Yeah, but the thing with Pascal, the only reason why I didn't like him getting it is because he does the disappearing act, bro. Because those 2 games that he didn't score 30, he was a non-factor, bro.
Yeah, but one of those games, Holly was a non-factor too. Had 8 points and
probably right.
2, 3 assists. He was not himself.
I felt like Holly was a little more consistent, but you're right. When you have 39 points in a playoff game and you scored 2 other 30-point games, it's kind of hard to.
Bro. And I think last night he had a solid game as well. Pascal had a solid game last night. I mean, not last night.
2 days ago.
2 days ago. Yeah,
Saturday.
My fault, bro. Just know it's raining on the Monday in South Florida.
Yeah.
that just explains everything.
No, yeah, but to me, like I said, I think it's a little crazy that Hallie didn't get it. But when you look at the stats, truly look at the stats,
Spicy
you can
Pete
see
like that,
why. See why.
It's just funny hearing Pascal.
Yeah, Pascal, bro. Especially because in these playoffs, not this series specifically, but he hasn't really done much
at all. This is his first. This is like the first series he.
And
a little bit in Boston. He'll have like his moments.
Yeah,
and this was the first series where it was like
what he's paid to do for that Indiana Pacers team.
Yeah,
he wasn't showing up
at all.
It was looking really bad for him. To me, I was looking like, damn, they might cut him or like trade him or something after the season if they don't make it to the finals because he was
like he got an extension.
He wasn't looking good. But now, he's showing why they gave him that big contract.
Yeah.
And they're going to the finals. And he has that finals experience with the Raptors.
He's the
and
champion.
Kawhi and them boys. He's a champion. So it's going to be very interesting. And that brings us to our next topic. Everyone saying
it's not going to be that interesting.
Thunder is just going to dog walk these boys. They're minus 700 right now to win the series.
God.
Yeah, minus 700. They're minus 700 to win the series.
That's disrespectful.
That's very disrespectful. Do you think the Pacers have a realistic shot of winning this series?
Not a chance in hell.
You don't think so?
I think this goes 5 or 6 games.
Yeah,
get up out
okay.
of
That's actually not
honestly
not bad. I thought you were gonna say like 4 or
sweep. Nah. I would never. It's the NBA, bro. At the end of the day,
I mean, we've seen it happen, but I would hope.
Hopefully, it doesn't.
You wouldn't drag yourself all the way to the finals to not even win a game.
It's the finals. This is even if you break your arm, you're trying to figure out a way to play. Like exactly, put it all on the line. Fuck it, get ready for that. Like, so I see them getting maybe 1 game in Indiana.
Yeah,
maybe on some like we have to win kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
OKC is just everybody could defend, and I don't see OKC doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Knicks. Turnover.
Yeah, that's
fed
true.
Into the Indiana pace of the game.
Mm-hmm.
They were to get them fast breaks, and even in Game 7, bro, off makes, Indiana's getting layups on the other end.
Yeah,
that's insane, bro. So I feel like OKC could keep up with them, and they don't make as many mistakes as the Knicks. So yeah, might see some bad games.
And also, like, just the defense of OKC, they're a top 3 defensive team in the NBA.
Yeah.
And
I think on both sides, at least top 5.
Yeah, bro. And on top of that, they have a team full of young guys. Like, So you're not really worried about them getting tired or like not being able to keep up with the Pacers pace in that sense, you know? So
it's going to get ugly.
It's going to get ugly, but like I think, because at first, I'm not going to lie, when the series first matched up, I was saying the whole time, if the Pacers go to the finals, they're going to get dog walked, all this. But I've changed my mind. You know, I've done
a little bit.
Yeah, I think they do have enough fight, and they do have enough players. Like we were just saying with Pascal Siakam.
They're deep.
He has enough playoff experience, championship experience that he can take this team deep in this series, bro.
I will say Indiana's whole team has to play like almost their best.
Damn, I'm not gonna say perfect, but
perfect, like, bro.
Yeah, they just want to have to play perfect.
It's just how it is. Obi Toppin had a huge game. Excuse me, in Game 6. So if he keeps Obi Toppin can be an X factor because going both ends, he's hard. If he's aggressive and playing defense how he was, Miles Turner can only do so much.
Right.
You need that athleticism at the rim. You need that people attacking, and he was hitting his threes. That was insane.
Yeah.
So if he plays like that, they have a chance. But if he doesn't, I'm telling you, bro.
Facts.
1 through 8, OKC is a great defender and can shoot the hell out of the ball. Not the hell out of the ball, but if you give them wide open threes, they're gonna hit at least.
It's what is SGA, Jalen Williams, and Caruso right now?
Caruso. You got Lou Dort.
Lou Dort. Yeah, there you go. That's what I was thinking of, Lou Dort.
Who else in that rotation? Because there's somebody else, bro. You got Carson Wallace. You got Wiggins, Aaron Wiggins.
Yeah, Wiggins.
You got who else, bro? Who else is over there? We're not even
just
naming
on
the
team.
Centers. Yeah, we're not even naming the centers right now.
That's just guards, but they got Chet.
Chet can step out here.
They got Hartenstein.
Yeah, bro. That's the 8 right there.
Yeah,
pretty sure
much.
It's more if they need to throw them in.
Yeah.
Like, their team everybody does their job. Everybody knows their role and gets it done. And if you have Jalen Williams giving you anything between 25 to 30, it's raps.
Nah, facts. And he's a good defensive player as well.
That too, bro.
Like
everybody plays.
He crashes the boards a lot too. He's all around. I think he's gonna be that guy that's gonna step out like Harden.
Yeah.
He's that guy that if his game evolves, he's gonna be hard to stop. Like,
serious.
I think that, bro, I really think so. I think he's gonna be one of those guys. They might not be able to keep him maybe in like a year or two.
That core.
That core, they might win another. I mean, I'm not gonna say that. They still haven't won this one.
One or two more chances maybe together. And then it's
And then because especially Chet too, if he continues on his trajectory, he's looking unstoppable. So I guess, since we're talking about the OKC Thunder, might as well go head over to the West, man. Western Conference Finals, man. We seen OKC Thunder pretty much just had their way paused with the Minnesota Timberwolves, and
I feel like the Timberwolves are way better than
exactly, which is crazy. And Anthony Edwards, man. I know that
that's my boy, man.
Everyone wants to defend him. I want to defend him as well too, but
that's my boy, man.
I don't know. So, what does he got to do to get over this hump?
Everybody keeps saying he's a veteran, all this and that. And yeah, I think he's been there. Is it 5 years now? 5 seasons?
Yeah, I think about 5.
But even still, bro, it's like he's 23. He's 23 years old. He's had his supporting cast has been Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle, and who was it last year? Cat,
yeah.
That was probably their best chance was last year with Cat. Mm-hmm. But even those 3, you name those 3 names, and it's like you're not winning. You think of it at the beginning of the season, it's like, okay, Ant next to Soul, boom, boom, boom. Maybe second round. Like that's the estimate you give. That's the guess you give. So for him to go to the Western Conference Finals twice and doing what he's doing, he got to figure it out. That last series, you could tell he wasn't there. I don't think mentally.
Yeah.
It
was just something off about him. Like
he couldn't lock in, bro.
Like you seen he was good all playoffs pretty much, and then it's like that Western Conference Final just came around and he couldn't get it together. Like he had maybe like one pretty decent game, one of those Anthony Edwards games, but
and mind you,
the rest of the games, it was like he just looked like he was stuck in quicksand or something.
And again, OKC's defense, bro.
Yeah, they definitely had a hand in. He said, the way that he was playing.
He said after the game, and people thought it was a diss or like that he was disrespecting them. He said that they were all puppets on the string, but they don't understand that like people that actually hoop, bro. It's like they say the defense.
It's like you're orchestrating.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
How you orchestrate defense.
It's not a diss.
You're a puppet master.
They're like he's literally like just okay. This guy moves here. This dude's moving here. It's like a string. They're attached by a string, and like, yeah, bro, that's scary. When the team is moving like that, then you feel like you can't get anywhere.
Yeah, like you can't really do much with that, bro. And that's a testament to how good they are.
You got to figure it out. And then again, bro, I can't blame him. Bro, you got Julius Randle that was playing like a damn superstar.
And then same thing with him. And then the Western Conference Finals. It's like
he averaged maybe 6 points, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are we
and definitely doesn't deserve all the blame, but obviously he's gonna get a lot of it because we were just crowning him like, oh, if he goes to the finals, if he wins the finals, he's gonna be the face of the NBA. This is his championship for the taking.
And I feel like a lot of people didn't respect OKC yet.
Yeah, especially because of last year, I feel like when they flopped against Denver.
Exactly.
I think they thought it was gonna be hype, kind of like how the Cavs went to the playoffs this year and just kind of laid an egg against Indiana. I think everyone was thinking the same thing was gonna happen with the Thunder.
This is gonna be. I don't know. This finals. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just happy that it's almost like an NBA refresh. We've never seen these two teams before.
It is nice to see different teams. I just wish it was the teams that I wanted to see, but who cares? At the end of the day, it's not my team that's going to finals anyway, so it's gonna be bittersweet watching.
Enjoy it, man.
But obviously, we love basketball, and I hate that it's about to be over.
Yeah, bro, this is about to be the dark times. Like I said, it's raining on a Monday in South Florida. It's just we got no sports, no NBA on today, no. It's just baseball.
It's a sad time right now. And then also baseball, but we got the Marlins. And I love the Marlins. I love just Marlins, they're an exciting team to watch because they're a young team, but
like we said,
it just doesn't equal a lot of dubs.
Yeah, we're not.
So it's kind of hard to get hype to go and then go out to games and whatnot. But I went to a game already. That's where I got this. I got this hoodie. It's fire. But we're obviously talking about basketball, so we're gonna go ahead. So we're talking about OKC, man, right now, and I have a question for you. Yeah. So we obviously know we've had 3 MVPs go through, or 4 MVPs now since SGA has been named the MVP of this season. Will SGA go down as the best Thunder player if he gets a ring this year?
No question about it.
Over KD?
Yeah. There's no question.
Which everyone knows. You already know KD. James Harden and Russell Westbrook, all MVPs.
Yeah. No question about it, bro. When you get to the end and you get that ring on your finger and you hold that, bro, it's you're the best, bro. And there's no question. And you got the stats to.
And when you do it for that franchise as well.
Bro. That franchise has never won a ring. I don't care about who they faced. I don't care about anything, because even I think when KD and Russ and Harden made it to the final, they were up 2-1 against the Heat.
Yeah,
let's not forget that. They were up 2-1 against the Heat going into game 4.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Let's not forget that. Everybody think that series.
I forget about that.
Everybody think that series was just bullshit.
Yeah,
they were up 2-1. Yeah. And in that game 4, they were up by like 10 or more going into that fourth quarter. So let's not act like that team didn't have a chance.
We already know the Heat was, they flipped that switch and LeBron James.
So if SGA, you go MVP, Western Conference MVP, scoring champ, and then Finals MVP, you got it, bro. You're the best. Mm-hmm. And this might go down as one of the best seasons for a player in history, honestly.
Yeah.
So you got to give it to him.
What do you think about the free throw merchant stuff that they say about him?
I don't like it, bro. Like at first, because they're on the West Coast, so and it's OKC, so they don't have many games on national TV. So I wasn't really watching OKC play, but then now in the playoffs, actually able to watch him play, watching Shea play, people just aren't used to seeing this.
Yeah, I think it's a big misconception as well. Like,
if I'm driving to the basket 28 times a game, of course I'm going to the free throw line. Y'all used to people just shooting threes.
Exactly. So I think that's what it is. And defense has gotten so lazy that when you see a guy drive to the basket,
it's almost like a shot.
It's automatically damn near for some guys that once they drive, if they don't get a clean look at the basket, it's going to be called a foul because these guys don't know how to play defense these days. I'm telling
you, bro. And he's smart. He's so savvy, bro. He the way he bumps, he uses his body. He uses your momentum against you. So you're off. Like he's we haven't seen this.
He's like Trae Young. Like,
we haven't seen this. We haven't seen this since probably like probably even before the big three. Nah, I'm trying to think. Maybe this is old school basketball. And it's crazy we call it old school because this is probably like early 2000s. It's not even early 2000s. Probably 2010 was the last time we probably saw basketball played like this, where people going to the basket and not shooting as many threes. So. Yeah, bro. We just haven't seen it in a while. That's all it is. I don't think it's a free throw yet. I don't think at all. Now, mind you, there's times basketball. Everybody got to turn.
They know, or not they, but he knows his strengths.
Yeah.
So I'm sure if they're down or they need to get quick points, he's gonna go to what he knows. But he has a overall like well-rounded game, bro.
He's different, bro. That mid-range game. It's crazy because it disappeared. When I was growing up in high school, mid-range was still in. It was on its way out, but it was still in. Like get to your shots, get to the mid-range shots. Cool, hit a three, maybe if you're wide.
Yeah, if you're open or if you're really like that. Like if you got that.
Seeing it come back now it's exciting, bro. And I hope they find a way to mix it in with the threes because I like the threes as well, bro. It's exciting. It makes the game exciting.
You seen what happened to the Celtics this year, living and dying by a three. Like, as great of a team as they are, they could not overcome that.
Bro, you can't, bro, because you're playing with fire. It's almost like playing with fire, bro.
Especially if you're playing a good team, bro. Exactly. Like, you're in the playoffs. Fire, it's not a regular season.
And then playing a team like, who they play? Did they play?
They played the Knicks,
So playing a team like the Knicks that'll capitalize off your turnovers. So you missing that ball's starting a fast break by itself. So, bro. It's live and die with the threes. Let's get back to start in, build your way out, bro. So let's get back to real hoops. That's what I like. Let's get back to real hoops,
bro. But so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end it here with our NBA Finals prediction, man. So we obviously know, like I said at the beginning of the show, the Thunder are minus 700 to win the NBA Finals, but. We obviously, or not obviously, but I don't think it's gonna be just a straight sweep. But I'm obviously, I hate to go with the majority here, but I'm gonna have to take the Thunder.
Games. How many games? Don't be nice. Don't be nice. Let's keep it truthful for the people.
I'm just really trying to think, like, if maybe Indiana could pull one out, but like.
I tell you, it might get ugly, bro.
Yeah, I think it's just tough. I'm gonna go ahead for my official prediction. I'm gonna go ahead and say Thunder. Thunder in 5.
Thunder in 5.
Yeah.
Let me see. Since you said 5, and we're on the show, I think I said 5 or 6 earlier. Let's give the real. I really think this might go.
What do you think?
Over in 4 games, folks.
Yeah, definitely. If you're gonna bet. I would say take over 4.5 games.
This is over in 4 games, folks. So I'm going to just be 100% with you. I don't know, Indiana's team.
Yeah, team is just too good right now.
If you look at the matchup by matchup.
Yeah.
It's too heavily favored.
Yeah, because honestly, if the youth of OKC starts to creep into the series, this can easily get swung,
that is true. That's
like
facts.
The Pacers have a combination of youth and experience.
And they got experience.
Championship experience at that. That if Indiana is able to swing one early, like game 1, game 2, if they're able to steal one, bro, it's gonna look a little spooky for the Thunder because they're not proven whatsoever
at all.
So
I just feel like once they beat Denver, it was like, all right, y'all might be. This is y'all test. That was their real. Let's see if they're built like that. And they won that game 7.
Yeah, convincingly. Extremely.
So I think yeah, this is over in 4.
Oh,
this is over in 4.
It's over in 4.
It's over in 4.
Damn.
Bro.
I did not see that coming, ladies and gentlemen. Pause.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, over in 4.
That's
it's
over
it's
in
okay.
4.
And we might get one good game that comes down to like the wire. And if Indiana doesn't win that game, it's a sweep, bro.
So you think it's gonna be like a blowouts, or maybe not blowouts, but just convincing wins, like
like at least more
like 10 points or something. Like
it's gonna be 2 games, probably by 10 or more. One game might be a complete blowout, though. I'm gonna be 100%. One game might just be on some.
It might be game 5.
Yeah, let's
they're
turn
up 3-1, and
let's just turn this shit off early. We know who's winning. And one game is gonna come. I'm telling you, one game is gonna come down to the wire. It's gonna be, and if Indiana doesn't win that game, it might be game 1. I'm telling you, game 1 might be the best game because it's the first time everybody.
Definitely, I think game 1 is gonna be exciting because they're both gonna be trying to see what the game plan is.
That's like the first few rounds of boxing. Like you're trying to figure
each other out.
Yeah. Now, if one of them land a knockout, then we'll see. But yeah, I think the first game is going to be the most exciting game. So I'm excited for that game. After that, we'll see. We'll see after the first game.
They better not mess
up. After the first game.
OKC better hold it down.
And that's the thing, bro. I don't think OKC is too, like you said, it's too many. Because even if we know SGA, if SGA doesn't perform, I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
So I'm not even gonna put SGA in that in a category. So let's see, Chet. I think Chet is gonna play because, like I said, if he plays how Cat was supposed to play, where cool, I can shoot this 3, but once I get you coming out here, go straight to the rim, and then now I got Harden. It's over for you.
Big facts.
It's wraps. They don't have many big men in Indiana. I think their big men are hurt. Most of them got hurt. So, yeah, bro, I don't see. Then you got Caruso playing out his mind.
Yeah, he's snapping defensively.
And honestly, I wouldn't even say playing out his mind because he's been.
Yeah, he's been like that. He got a ring too with the Lakers. LeBron, so Caruso definitely like that. You know.
Yeah, I'm excited, bro. When's game 1 is Thursday?
Thursday, yeah.
So we'll see. We'll be back next week Monday to let y'all know how this goes, man. Because this is the NBA Finals, OKC and the Pacers. Man. If you would have told me to put $100 on this at the beginning of the season, I would have laughed.
Hell no! I would have definitely been like, nah.
I would have laughed in your face, bro.
For real, bro. Dead ass.
So we'll see.
And that's gonna end it for us tonight, man. You know, shout out to the Pacers and shout out to the Thunder for making it to the NBA Finals. Also, shout out to the Florida Panthers for making it to the Stanley Cup Finals, baby. You know how we do it down here in South Florida.
Man.
Just winning programs, man.
It's different down here.
This is the 3rd year in a row. Facts. Hopefully, it's the 2nd year in a row that they win.
That'll be a
hopefully they bring it back down here to Sunrise.
Yes, man, let's get it.
Shout out to Panthers, man.
I think game 1 is Wednesday, so
yeah,
let's go. Hey. And it's crazy because we're going against the Oilers again.
Facts. So run it back. Let's whip their ass again. Shout out to everybody. We're gonna be out here. Signing out, baby.